Steve Jobs was born in 1955 and grew up in Mountain View, a place that would become known as Silicon Valley. Even as a child, he was always taking things apart, trying to understand how they worked. He asked why and how constantly. His father, Paul, taught him important lessons about building things with care, even the parts you can't see. Steve wasn't always a traditional student. He dropped out of college, but continued to learn about things like calligraphy and design. He famously said, "You can only understand your journey by looking backward, connecting the dots you made along the way." Steve met Steve Wozniak, a brilliant engineer with a playful side. Together, they built a device called a blue box that could make free phone calls. This project, even though it was against the rules, made Steve realize they could build anything they dreamed of. In 1976, in Steve's parents' garage, Apple Computer was officially started. They started by selling fully assembled computer boards, called the Apple I, to other hobbyists. Then came the Apple II, which was easier to use and had color graphics, making it one of the first computers for everyone. Apple grew fast. By 1980, the company went public, and Steve became very wealthy at a young age. But Steve always pushed the limits, sometimes too hard. The Macintosh computer was launched in 1984 with a famous commercial. However, his intense style led to disagreements, and in 1985, Steve was asked to leave Apple. Away from Apple, Steve started a new computer company called Next, and also bought a small animation studio called Pixar. Pixar seemed like a small project until they released the first fully computer animated movie, Toy Story. Meanwhile, Apple was having trouble. In 1997, Steve was asked to come back. He simplified their products and launched the iMac, a colorful, friendly computer unlike any other. Then came the iPod, which changed how we listen to music. Next, the iPhone arrived, putting a computer, a phone, and the internet all in your pocket. And then the iPad, creating a whole new kind of device. Steve Jobs passed away in 2011. But his legacy is much more than just products. He taught us to think differently, to care deeply about design, and to believe in our bold ideas. Steve Jobs said, "We're here to put a dent in the universe. Otherwise, why even be here?"